Hello and welcome back to episode 20 of Unknown to World Known. We're back once again. We're still Bayern Munich manager. However, we're here today for the Nations League, where we're going to be playing as England and we play Italy in the semi-final. Well, isn't that awkward? um, we have a goal ruled out there. Here's the first goal. Mackenzie plays it through for PSA, who scores very nicely. What a blunder. So, yeah, what's just happened is I've realised I was playing the match, but I was still recording just my face. So, there's going to be a bit of a odd cut to 6 minutes into the game where I realised that's all that's happened. There's been that goal. I was also talking about Bayern Munich. We've made, I believe it's 2 signings at the moment. I think actually, now that I think about it, I think we've got 2 main signings and then one as like a bit of a young player who's got potential. So 3 signings. I think 2 sales have been confirmed. We've got 2 pretty expensive signings and one, the young player, I think he cost us 2.6 million. As PSA is through again, and the assist coming from Mackenzie as we make it 2-0. The same score which Portugal have won by. So Portugal would be the team that we play in the final. If we end up losing this, we will play Holland in the third place playoff, I believe. I can't actually remember to be exact. I just know Portugal are in the final. And how I've got out jumped at that back post there, but luckily they hit the side netting. So in terms of Bayern Munich, we've got a new support striker to go alongside Lambermont. PSA's in again and this time doesn't finish it. And also a new holding midfielder. It felt all season like Vrank, Grau, and Kolev. It was always trying to just push one of them back into holding midfield when really they're natural centre mids. So now I've kind of gone out and bought a actual natural defensive midfielder. I think Grau was probably the one that adjusted best to it alongside Kolev. Vrank was very hit and miss there. So hopefully we won't be having to worry about playing Vrank there anymore. Ball comes in. Foden. That should be 3-0. That's 2 chances that should be 3-0, really. And now Alexander-Arnold with the corner goes to the far post and PSA is out jumped, but Greenwood collects it and is going to come back at the right hand side. Does get tackled, but keeps the ball. That's the end of the highlight. So hopefully we'll be able to bounce back next year and win the Bundesliga title. I feel like the players that I've bought in are going to help make that happen. I feel quite confident in that. But we are still on the lookout. We're not necessarily after anyone else, but I'm going to be keeping an eye on if anything comes up. Meanwhile, Italy have come back out in the second half with a bit of fight to them, having a very good chance to get a goal and then a corner off the back of it. We are going to bring Alexander-Arnold off because he's looking very tired. So we'll send James on there. And the clearance from Italy is poor there, only gets it as far as Bellingham. Greenwood lays it off to James. He's got a chance to drill across into the box, ends up getting tackled. Please don't tell me that's being given as a penalty. Just give us the corner because that was the right decision. No, they've given the penalty. Greenwood, you're on this one, lad. Oh, no, he's not. PSA takes it anyway and scores it for his hat-trick. And we're going to get Mackenzie off because he's looking very tired. Bring Sancho on. And now we should be able to start just seeing the game out at 3-0. And make sure that we have a fully fit team going into the final. Renzi is through and makes it 3-1, so a little bit to think about there. He's not happy with my confidence. And look how easy this is. Tonali just... What is that defending? Also, considering I managed him for a year, I didn't even realise Pardini was Italian. I thought it was French for some reason. And final change, we're going to just avoid that yellow card, sending Wall on the left back position. Barcelona, it turns out I did create a team that was built for success. After leaving, they've won the 2 La Ligas since I left. They've also won another Champions League this year. And they've won the Copa del Rey for once more in the Super Cup, twice more, I think, if I remember correctly. They've been very successful since I left, which I'm putting down to the transfers I made. Because, you kind of haven't you? As Iron heads a corner away. Tonali coming back down the right-hand side. Greenwood just clearing it into the stands. One thing that is a bit concerning is that right there, PSA with a twisted knee. Hopefully that does not keep him out the final, but they can often be like a 2 to 3 week thing, which would be him gone. Greenwood has been played through, and that was a ridiculous tackle from their number 3 to get a foot on that ball. Foden now with the corner finds PSA. No, he doesn't. He finds the goalkeeper. Their goalkeeper's quite good at coming out and claiming crosses, isn't he? Tonali hits the ball straight at Howard's head. Bellingham plays it to Foden. Out to Sancho. And it's feeling like an end of game highlight. Sancho's going to drive inside. Gets a shot off, but it's well wide. And that is going to be all for this game, I would imagine. Let's have a look. Howarth heads down to Foden. Dingwall clears it towards the touchline, and it is full time, a 3-1 win for us. A hat trick from PSA, who continues to score at a ridiculous rate for England. And into the final we go. We've actually won the last 2 Nations Leagues, so a chance for us to really make it our competition. PSA scored 32 goals in 31 games. How ridiculous. Let's go and see if we can win the Nations League once again. I've come back on this screen for a specific reason before the final starts. I've just spotted that Neil Brock, who's starting ahead of PSA, who hasn't made it back from injury, has actually been withdrawn from the squad. He's got a transfer bid from Real Madrid for £186 million, and he's not even the first starter for England. How good is PSA? How much would he cost? I do wonder. It would be great to have him in the Bayern Munich team, but that's not who we've signed. That's one thing I will tell you. So the lineup for today, that's the only change that we make. Oh, no, it's not. Trent Alexander-Arnold's coming at right back as well. So we've got... In fact, no, yeah, I'm all over the place. The only change we made is Brock has come in. Trent did start the other game. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's very early in the morning. And I'm just getting a little bit confused as to where I was. Let's get into the final. Ignore the complete hash I've made of announcing my lineup. Brock's the only change as he comes in up front. And we get the game kicked off. There's a number 7 there. I don't think that's Ronaldo anymore. Greenwood cutting in from the right-hand side all the way to the left-hand side and gets a shot off in the end, which was quite poor. The run itself was quite impressive, but then a bit pointless in the end. Italy have finished third for a goal from Marcon in the 90th minute, getting them the win there. Is that Ruben Diaz still playing? Well, didn't expect to see that. And Fabio Silva there, my former player from Barcelona. Bellingham finds McKenzie on the left-hand side, and that's going to be a penalty, isn't it? Let's get on top of this now. Go into the penalties. And where's Greenwood? There he is. Greenwood is my man to take as a penalty because I want to get him on as many England goals as I possibly can. I want to try and make him unsurmountable throughout the rest of his save. And seeing how PSA is scoring goals, that's something that, yeah, he needs to take the penalties to do so. And yeah, that was weird. It said McKenzie was taking it, but then it's actually Greenwood who's stepping up and makes it 1-0 in the UEFA Nations League final. That's 100 goals for Mason Greenwood. Fantastic player. And this is a very weird angle to get a replay of a penalty from, but okay, moving on. McKenzie is already quite tired in this game. He did start it just below the full heart, but he's good enough, so I thought as a one-off he'll be fine. We've got a throw-in on the left-hand side. Tong throws it to Foden. It's back to Howarth. McBeam and Howarth exchanging the ball. McKenzie. And then Howarth plays it through for Tong, who plays it across the box. And Brock is at the near post and makes it 2-0. A very nice bit of control passing, making sure we keep the ball before Howarth just makes that killer pass. And how Tong is in that type of space, completely isolated. It's actually took a deflection off the defender, who I think may have been Ruben Diaz, but he's trying to get the block on it. In fairness, there's not much you can do about that. Sampaio drills it in, but Ramsdale deals with it quite nicely and plays the long ball forward. He's looking for Brock, who's managed to head it down to McKenzie, and Brock gets it back now. And he looks for Greenwood on the right-hand side, and how has Greenwood not put that in the back of the net? But nevertheless, 2-0 at half-time. Let's tell them we're very happy. Keep it up. Yeah, we're looking very good at the moment. And as we look at their team, the one that does concern me is Fabio Silva because, well, we all know how good he is from our time at Barcelona. And also, he won World Player of the Year on the year just gone as well, when I haven't had anything to do with him, which shows how good he is. Because, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and take all the credit. I turned him into a Ballon d'Or winning player. And I did it so well that he can do it without me as well. I'm taking all the credit for that. Brock is breaking away on the left-hand side here and ended up going for goal from a very tight angle. And it was a very poor attempt at goal, if we're being completely honest. Ramsdale has caught the ball and goes long to Sancho, who's played it through for Brock, and surely this time, oh dear. I'll tell you what, we're going to put Greenwood up front and send Mason Mount out. Foden can go onto the wing, and we'll do that. Because Brock's missed too many chances now. Stuff him. He's not getting another chance after those misses. I am fine Sancho, who plays it through for Greenwood. Greenwood, I mean, at least it was on target. I would have liked it to go in. but Brock wasn't even hitting the target. So, yeah, improvements. So that he has got a goal in this game, but that's not the point. McBeam heads it back towards Agostino, the corner taker, and Mendes is in there, out jumping. I think it was Sancho who was marking him. It was a very good header. Yeah, I mean, it's Sancho that he's had to go up in the air against, and I don't think Sancho's ever winning that one, is he? Foden not having a particularly good game, but hopefully that'll improve now that he's out on the wing. And we'll make one more change in. We're going to bring Dingwall on for... No, we're going to bring Alexander Arnold off for Reece James. A little bit of selfishness, mate, so make sure Trent doesn't get an injury coming into the Bayern Munich season. And at the moment, it looks like we are going to see this game out 2-1. We're going to drop the tempo just that little bit. They've got a throw in very late on. Agostino gets tackled by Tong, and oh, that is a disgusting way for it to end up in the back of the net. And it's 2-2. Well, Agostino got his tackle gets intercepted. Fabio Silva's headed it to him. I'm sorry, the way that came at him, there is no way he headers that down to somebody else. That just doesn't happen. I've got nothing I can really do at the moment either, because kind of any change we make isn't possible. I suppose we could swap Sancho to that side, send Dingwall on as a winger. That's all I can really do, because McBeam's come off injured now. I don't know if we can even make... No, we can't make that change. Well, good luck, boys. You can't have to play without a holding midfielder now. Brito throws it in, and Mount plays it to Bellingham, plays it to Dingwall, who's trying to find space. It's getting forced wide and exchanges with Tong, who finds it back to Dingwall, who then goes down in the box. That one, I think, was a penalty because it didn't look like he got anything on the ball. And we have a penalty review here. And the referee comes back on the pitch. And it is a penalty. So Greenwood stepping up with his second penalty of the game now. What's happening here? Okay. Greenwood stepping up with a chance to make it 3-2. Will he go the same way? He doesn't. He goes in the opposite corner, but he scores it anyway. And it is 3-2 to England now. And we look a little bit more comfortable. But that red card is... it's not a red card, it's an injury. But it's a bit concerning. Iron intercepts the long ball forward, and then Sancho and Mount exchange the ball. Reece James in space on the right-hand side. Chance to cross, finds Greenwood, who gets his hat-trick. It's 4-2, and now it feels comfortable. Because now it looks like we are going to see our way through. I'm going to skip the highlight just because this has been a long episode already. And hopefully... Oh, no. Hopefully it can end very soon, because we don't want to see much more in the way of highlights. I'm quite happy for it to end 4-2. But Fabio Silva, Agostino, James heads away, finds Mount. He's got a chance to break away now. Plays it to Sancho, who takes it down the right-hand side. Sends a cross into the box. Dingwall is in there, and that is 5-2. And we look like we are home and dry now. 8 minutes to go. They can't get back in this now. And we've got one final highlight from the looks of it. Iron and James exchanging the ball. Howarth plays it into Mount, back to Howarth. It almost looks like we're just playing the final moments out. No, it's gone out to Amaral on the right hand side. Howarth, what on earth was that clearance? Ramos, Florentino. Ramos is back on it, finds Mendes, who's going to try and get inside of Reece James. Forced down the outside, and then James clears it out for a throw-in. And we are just waiting for the final whistle. Sancho clears it away. Ruben's on the ball. Florentino. Ramos gets a shot off, but Ramsdale makes a save. And now Agostino with the corner sends it in. Iron heads away. Blow your whistle, ref. That's got to be it. And there it is. A 5-2 win for England in the Nations League final. We once again don't get to see the trophy lift for whatever reason. But that is going to be it for today. We'll be back for the first game of the season and a transfer roundup. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like, comment down below how you think that went, and subscribe if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.